I'm Alpha, and this is my 5-minute morning show. It is Good Friday, and I wish everyone a very blessed Good Friday. For some of you, it's just a day off, a 3-day weekend. Woohoo! Some of you, it's the start of spring break, and for most of us, most Christians, it is the day Christ died on the cross, and we celebrate Easter Sunday as the day He arose from the dead to pay for the sins of the world. And wow, imagine the bill that had to be. Sins of the whole world. All right, we're going to start the clock right now with our brain expansion. See, I do this because Albert Einstein says once the mind is expanded by a single idea, it can never return to its original dimension. So I present you with new ideas to expand your mind, and you'll be in a new dimension. How about that? Here's a question for you. 75% of women, moms, say that this is easier to do for a girl. What are they talking about? All right, let's look around the world, see what's going on. Remember just earlier in the week, Vladimir Putin and Barack Obama signed this agreement to reduce nuclear weapons. And Barack Obama was very excited because he's looking forward to the day when there is no nuclear weapons in the world. And hopefully we're not the last to get rid of ours. Now Vladimir Putin, after this agreement, which the hope was that it would improve our relationship with Russia and it would reduce tension that's caused by our membership and alignment with NATO and some of the other countries surrounding him not being that way. And now what's he doing? He's visiting with Hugo Chavez down in Venezuela to increase his sphere of influence into the Americas. Well, isn't that nice? He's also just sold a missile defense system to China. And Chavez just reached an agreement with the president of Belarus, which is not very friendly to us either, and a former Russian republic, to trade arms for oil. So, I'm just afraid we're not going to get the better end of this deal as we reach out our hands in friendship. What else is going on? Oh, anybody seen Al Gore? Al, you out there? Anywhere? Yeah, a new report says that the Arctic ice is back to normal. Really? That same Arctic ice that they said was depleting so fast that it was going to flood all the eastern seaboard and most of the west coast, that same Arctic ice, really back to normal. Remember the commercials? I think Noah Wiley did one of them where showed polar bears swimming around, not being able to find enough ice to fill Teddy Kennedy's scotch glass. God rest his soul. But now there's plenty of ice there. Anybody seen Al Gore? Anybody seen anybody, the global warmists, comment on this? Al? You out there anywhere? Anybody sees him, ask him about that. Just what's going on here? Oh, one of our politicians here in Georgia. We're always getting people embarrassing here in Georgia. And we thought we'd gotten rid of one big embarrassment in Cynthia McKinney, but now she has apparently been replaced by another. The guy who was elected to fill her congressional seat, or the congressional seat that the people put her in, is a guy named Hank Johnson. And he was in a committee the other day, and he was they had a naval admiral in. And the admiral was talking about beefing up our presence on Guam. It's one of our islands in the Pacific, or an island in the Pacific, in which we have a huge base. And we want to put more people there, and equipment, and families, and that sort of thing. Hank Johnson, who is a congressman of the United States, actually said, "Are you afraid with all those people and all the new buildings and equipment that it might just tip over and capsize?" I'm serious. He went just like that. It might tip over. To his credit, the admiral didn't just bust out laughing. I mean, I think I would have. I think I would have had to say, no. What do you think, we're stupid? We're not going to put everybody on the same side of the island. Duh. This guy's a congressman. Oh, the GOP had some embarrassment over the week, too. Last week, apparently, there was a member of the Republican National Committee, or at least an operative of the committee, who was recruiting some young Republicans and some potential donors. So he took them out for a night on the town on the West Coast. So he went to L.A. to this club that specializes, I think, in mild S&M and bondage. And so he turned the bill in to the Republican National Committee. Well, when people found out about it, they were going, aha, see, you Republicans, you talk about being good Christian people, but then look what you do. So when it was found out what he spent this money on, they refused to reimburse him and, in fact, insisted that he pay this bill that he charged to the Republican National Committee. And he has since agreed to do so, I suppose, provided that they give him a good spanking and humiliate him for a couple of hours. Also, the Republicans got embarrassed because they sent out a fundraising flyer, try to get more funds, as they always do. They're always asking for money. And they put a number on there that you could make donations, and the number turned out to be a sex hotline. They said it was by mistake. I'm not so sure. You call the number. I don't know. I didn't call it. But there's a woman who says if you want to talk to a nasty girl, it's $3.99 a minute. I'm thinking if you donate to any politician these days, you're getting screwed. You might as well have somebody talk dirty to you, don't you think? Okay. Now the answer to the mind expander, 75% of women say this is easier to do for a girl. Name her. It's easier to come up with a girl's name than a boy's name. I mean, just ask the Zappa family. I mean, Moon Unit, that was easy. But coming up with Dweezil, whew, that must have taken weeks. That's it. That's my 5-minute morning show for this Good Friday. A blessed Good Friday, a wonderful weekend, and a very happy Easter to you all. We'll see you next time. By the way, if you enjoy these, pass them along to your friends. I'd like to have more people coming in, and send me your comments if you like. Love to hear those too.